Hello, ladies and gents. It's that time again. I'm just gonna go on in here and get started. Our first quest we have coming up here is It's Probably Pirates. This is in our main story quest line. And it wants us to unlock the very first instance it's available at 15. But first, got a little bit of news. All Saints Wake started, and I did go through that quest line and record it, and I read through all the quest text, the dialogue. You know what I do. So I'm just going go ahead and link that right there in the chat for anybody who's curious or interested in that. But I did do that. It gives you a mount. It's like it's kind of like a black doll with penguin arms and thin legs and her big orange pumpkin head mount, and you ride around on its head. And it has two special actions. One is a treat and one is a trick. I am not through the main story quest line enough to mount up, or I'd show you, but yeah. During the course of the quest, even if you are underleveled or haven't unlocked that part of the main story quest line yet, you can mount up as part of the quest chain, because you have to use the mount's abilities as part of the quest, so it'd be a little weird if you didn't. So, we are here to do It's Probably Pirates, the main story quest line. We are no longer doing the Ada quest chain, so I'm just going to go ahead and change that real quick. Here we go. Yep. Yep. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's get started on this. Alright. So, let's see what our queue looks like, because we're at the point where we gotta go and do this thing, and 7 minutes. Well, I'm not a fan of waiting in queue for exorbitant amounts of time, and I do have the ability to heal, so I'm going to withdraw and switch over. Off camera, I did level a conjure up to 16. So we'll just see how that goes. I do tend to heal a lot, so just FYI, I do tend to heal. I don't necessarily like doing world content as a healer, because that can get slow, tiresome. Sometimes it's equated to watching paint dry. At least in other MMOs. This one, not so bad. You do get some damage spells. You are expected to do your ABCs. Always be casting. But it's not too bad, but having a DPS class is still a really good idea. I've had tunes that were DPS, heals, and tank, so I know all three. My weakest point is probably DPS, just so you know. Alright, let's queue up and see what our healer queue's like. Yeah, looks like we shaved off all of, 2 minutes? Yeah. I still think it'll be faster, so we'll just wait. Waiting. What should we do while we're waiting? Well, let's see here. What can we do? Oh, sorry, I have snuffles. You know what we could probably do? We could probably do our hunt log. Incomplete. Let's show the incomplete. Okay. Black bat. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see if we can't find these suckers. West, west, west. Oh, they're all in West Thanaline. Okay, do you have a port there? We do. Good. And there's our queue. Less than 5 minutes. Nice. Oh shoot. I forgot to get some food. For those of you who don't know, I like to use food because all food in Final Fantasy has at least a 3% increase to XP gained. So it's very nice and lovely. And yeah. And anybody else who doesn't know, doing a O with a little / generally to everybody in like parties and stuff in Final Fantasy, that is a person's head with their hand up doing a wave. So yeah. And then the 7's just like a little, their hands over their head sort of thing. So yeah, not too bad. Oh, and for this instance, coming over here, and there's this little note right here, the bloody memo. You read it, and right here it says the captain likes, the captain likes his seas blue. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but BLOO, blue. You say it out loud, and it's blue, obviously. That just is code for what you click on at the next boss. It's either blue, red, or green. And if you click one that's not the right color, it's fine. I mean, nothing bad's really gonna happen, except that you'll get an extra mob. If you hit the right color, you get the boss. That's all it is. So it's not too difficult, it's not too hard, it's not deadly or anything, so yeah. Oh, we got a Reaper. Oh, here, these clams, they will spawn the little lights, the shade seekers, until they're dead. So, and you can only hurt them when they're open. So, and they don't move. There's no moving for those. Yeah, you're kind of not the tank you shouldn't be pulling. I know people are like, oh, I'm just helping the tank, hurry up, stuff like that. Well, here, kind of, yes, it's not really hurting anything. But when you start pulling ahead of the tank, typically the healers in the tank already know what the other one's doing. And they've already worked each other out in the first few minutes. And so the tank knows that, hey, the healer probably can't take this. And the healer knows, oh, I got a good tank, or my tank's made of paper, or any number of other things. And so they are actually working together And so when someone comes along and they start pulling extra, they're not aware of the dynamic that's happening between the healer and the tank. So they don't know if either one of the two can or cannot handle it. And you could very easily end up with problems, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. And those problems that end up happening a lot is, well, party wipes, and you end up slowing down because the healer healed you, the DPS who pulled, and you aren't a tank who's able to keep the mobs on you. And what happens is the healer heals you, and then they get the aggro on them. And maybe the tank doesn't notice, maybe they do. If they do, great. If they don't, well, your healer's dead. And you did cause that. So don't. Just don't. Don't be that guy. Also, with these lower level instances, you can't really, once you get off after a certain dungeon, I don't remember which one, but, yeah, one of my friends told me about this, is these bosses, you can actually stun them. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you can stun them, and that will disrupt a lot of, spells and stuff that they do. So, yeah. Cool. And here's this part of the always be casting. Just cast on whoever's supposed to be dying. Keep an eyeball on health bars, obviously, but yeah. Oh, I always almost follow that dude, because I'm like, oh, it's part of my party. No, 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 no. And if you're a healer here, and I'm guilty of this as a tank, just keep an eye on your tank, because I like to go and pull everything here. I'll come through there, pull it just like they did here. I'll grab that, come back over here, hide around the corner so they have to come over here, and then I like to grab them up there as well. So kill everything at the same time. You get the key, you can open that, and then in there you can get the key to open that. I love it when I'm doing these and my DPS opens the door. Because as a tank, I can't open the door. And I'm like, I want to go. So I love it. I love it when someone opens the door. I'm quietly down there just going, yes, the door. Or I'm like, please open the door. Please open the door. Like this. Just open the door. And see? A tank went screaming in there. And there's that key, and almost everybody forgot it. Thank you, Reaper. Let's see if we can't. Where'd they go? I'm over here talking, my party's running off in the wrong direction. Here you go. Always keep an eyeball on your health. Well, not just your health, but your party's health. It's good for their health. They get Swift Mend. Ooh, that's a good one. We'll put that over here where it belongs. Yep, good job. Now if I heal him right now, this guy is going to attack me until he gets damaged. So when you're tanking, please do like an AoE or something. Just protect your healer with that little bit. It actually does mean a lot. My goodness. Can't mark myself apparently. Here we go. You're about to restart the fight. Level up. There's so many level ups in there. Whew. Alright. Alright. We'll just take our mediocre healing self out of the dungeon. Alright. Right. Yeah. The rest of the quest line. Oh. Back to Lomensa. Okay. Alright, where do we go? Okay. And then all these, you see these blue quests here? These blue quests unlock things. They're a very, very awesome, good idea to do. You should probably do those whenever you see them. Sometimes you can get kind of an idea what they are, because like the live quest people, sometimes they'll have those on them to unlock them. There's not one on that one, but yeah. Let's turn our quest in. Beidron says, "Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend." Dolorous Bear. "Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha?" Nod. "It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to the harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one." Imanifa? No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. Dolorous Bear. "You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attuned our goal, lofty though it may be." Kikina. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Dolorous Bear. Our aim, least you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Erosia. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. And they all wave and walk away. And I probably nod. No? Okay. Badiron says, "Back then, are you? With all your limbs and a tall-tailed tail, I'll wager." Got that right. Badiron says, "Fishbacks. Ah, there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop in your bleeding doorstep." Still sounds like he left 'em in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning, unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Lominsa, I thank ye for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gredonia, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venture that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, ye can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Alright. Yeah. What's this job? Braden says, ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gredonia. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for a venturer as survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mayona? No. Mayoni. Me counterpart in Gredonia. Good luck, lass. Alright, well, let's go on over to Gredonia. Oh, wait, let's talk to this person real quick, because I think this unlocks dungeon roulettes. She says, we all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our Patreons much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I have no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rowigan who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars. Quintenon? Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Baradon docked my wages. Okay, well, let's see if we can't catch up with this person real quick. Oh, hi. Quintenon says, have I seen who? Look, just 'cause I spend more nights at the wrench than in me own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. That bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight arse bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for airport. Where else? The scabby sop. Nyra Wulfenshade, he's still stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help me get me Gil back. Okay, let's go down to the docks. Docks. Fisherman's Guild. That works. There he is. Wasteland says, if you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and me next great adventure await. There's your journal, dude. My journal? Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Har. Did you steal a glance at his pages, perhaps? No, shame that. For this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. Har. Funny. You've the air of an adventurer about you, if one still untested. But take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay you. But of course, I've a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off for the adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wrench, do thank that Elysian fellow with his generosity. Har. Okay, complete. Oh. We'll take the money. Okay. You now have access to the challenge log, which will serve as a record of your adventuring exploits. To open it, select logs from the main menu, followed by challenge log. Challenge log. Challenge logs are awesome because look at that XP. Whew. Yeah. Not really too many we can do, but yeah. Alright. Let's get back to what we were doing. Gridonia. There we go. But yeah. Do your blue quests. They unlock stuff. They don't necessarily always say they unlock something when you pick it up. Like that one. But they do unlock stuff. That's why they're blue. So, yeah. Alright, let's go on over to the inn down here. Oh, she's over here. Mother, my own nieces. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dear, I hope you're the adventurer Verdion sent word about. You are? The matron be pleased. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mayoni, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Okay. I am very interested in knowing. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting. Oh, this is a new person. Lewin. Lewin says, beg pardons for interrupting, Mayoni, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? Mother Mayoni says, and good day to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I am pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Ah, hello. Lewin says, my thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver, the archers, or bards. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gordonia in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. The place was once a Galmoran settlement, but we Gridonians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Axel at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Yes, I will nod. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will appraise you of the latest developments. That is all. Mother Mayoni says, be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Cool. We have another instance to do. Alright, how do I get there? I can port there. go. Yeah, I need to go this way. Oh boy, I can't wait for a mount. Let's sprint. Here we go. Those things will aggro on me if I get too close. Oh, it's down there. I remember. There's skeletons and stuff in here. Oof. Okay. If I can sneak around. Looks like I can. Alrighty then. Alright. God's quiver bow says, You're Nyra Wulfenshade, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the lands of Dalamod. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would devour them or deliver them from the devastation. So they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their zealotism. The lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with their coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gradonia and Erosia at large, put an end to their madness. Dungeon accessible. Alright, what level is it? It's 16. Okay, perfect. We'll just switch on over here. Let's see, what level are we? 20. Whoa. That was a lot of levels I got in that instance. Okay, I was like 5 levels. Alright. Let's go ahead and queue up for that. Yeah. Well, let's go see what that blue quest is. Oh, I know what that is. That's unlocking player housing. I don't really do much player housing. Puggles. Maria? Margaria? Margaria says, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination as adventurers are wont to do, hence my presumption. If so, I have information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridonian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with significant funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elements tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelveswood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to the rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage? Perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two. You know, should your travels take you to the mirror planks, where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a twin adder representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Oh, it's all the way down there. You know what? We're in queue. Let's go truck down there. Oh, here we go. Our queue's popped. And almost everybody's ready to go. He's finishing up what he's doing. He's like feeding the cat or something, you know. The poor cat. That's a hungry cat. There we go. Oh, I forgot to get food again. Don't. I tried to do Swiftman and then cast, but the keybind's not quite right. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, see what's going on. Oh, there he is. Dance. Because I have one dance. It's not a bad dance. I don't know where those two are going. Come back! We're not done yet! Oh, I should be healing. Healer, heal! What are you doing? Hit the orb, yep. Here we go. Out of sight. Yikes. Always watch your party's health. Got the orb? Yep, he's got it. Hmm? Oh, he's just pausing again. Oh. Here, I thought it was doing terrible. Oh, he's going to take a lot of damage here. I don't know why, but from there to these two spiders, it's a decent amount of damage. Decent. Not undoable, just decent. Oh, why didn't that go off? Damn. There we go. I got you. No, you just get that guy off me, yeah? Oh, somebody did get that guy off. Dots. Dots, not hots. I like hots. I don't like giving it to my enemies. Hey, this could be a lot of damage to him. Back we go. Dots. That dude is here. Heal. Does that go through? I was like, seeing so much damage. Apparently. Alright, hit the orbs. Here we go. Who summons from me from the void? Rawr! Well, would you like to go back? Tank and spank. Oh yeah, those guys. That's some HP. There we go. Right. Level up. So many levels up. It must be that ring I'm wearing though. That ring is something else. It only works till 30 though. Oh, no one's here. Alright, let's go. Alright. Well, that wraps it up for today. So, same time tomorrow, we'll continue. Till next time, see y'all.